Hey, this is part 2 of installing iOS 8 on an iPhone 5. So, like I said, if you have an iPhone 5S, it might be a little faster. As for the download, I don't think it can be faster than that because I'm on a very fast internet connection, 60 megabits. So, first part is done, which is downloading the iOS 8 from Wi-Fi. It took exactly half an hour, 30 minutes. This part took 30 minutes, and now I have this little window. Software update, iOS 8 is ready to install. Your phone will restart when installation is finished. So we are going to click the install and see what it does. Verifying update. So we are at part 2. So what does iOS 8 give you that you don't already have? That's probably one of the questions that a lot of people will ask for. Apparently on the looks and on the way, the interaction of iOS 8, there's not a lot of difference. So what I expect is that when I restart, I don't expect iOS to be different, my icons to be really that much different. But under the hood, there seems to be more than is visible. And one of the things that apparently improves iOS 8 is, first of all, the interaction between different apps. Now, there's some stuff that are difficult, including an example. We're using Mail app. I don't know, but me, it's a pain in the butt to use that copy-paste. And it's really annoying. Well, apparently one of the features that it's really improved and really better is the copy paste inside apps. So that's one thing that I think is going to be really cool. You can now, for example, while writing an email, slide down and check other emails and come back into your message and continue whatever you wanted. So you can easily, for example, if it's a reply to something that you need to watch another email from, well, this might be an interesting feature actually. So there's, all sorts of little things. iMessage apparently has a better handle on how, first of all, on how to interact with other non-iMessage. So for example, if you text someone on a Samsung phone, it seems that it's gonna work better because now it's just so complicated. You try to send a message to someone, he's not on an iPhone, and sometimes your message gets stuck, you don't know what to do. And that's because there's a difference between iMessage, which is Apple only, and messages, SMS, texts that are other companies. So apparently there's something better here. There are many new tricks while you're typing text messages, for example. New things that will actually help you use texts and write messages and write emails. So there's like new shortcuts to try to make those texts faster to type and to write. So as you see here, it just restarted after verifying the package to make sure that it's okay. And we see the famous Apple logo and this install that is slowly going on. So we are now upgrading to iOS 8. I had, of course, the latest version of iOS 7 on this iPhone. I am taking a little risk because this is a very major iPhone usage that I have, and this is like the iPhone, and I use it a lot. So I hope things get better, and I hope there's not too much bugs in it. There's improvements in the iPhone keyboard also in iOS 8. That's another reason why you might want to actually upgrade, because you know what? The iPhone keyboard was stuck way in the past. and it really needed to have some kind of upgrade. And now there's Apple's fresh QuickType keyboard that suggests the next word you might type based on the context of the conversation. So that's cool. It looks at your text and will try to, learn and know what you want to say. So there's a lot of little things here. The keyboard really needs to improve a lot, and I hope, and of course now we are installing, but I hope you take a look at our full review of iOS 8 that we'll post also, that will help you understand a little more of the features of iOS 8 and also how it works with your computer and if it's sluggish or not and so on. The fingerprint, the ID thumbprint reader now talks to other apps. So that's something interesting. Apps can now have, more secure access. So just the thumbprint, if you have the iPhone 5S or 6 with the thumbprint reader, you'll have much better. Upgrade gives us a new health app, which was not on the iPhone before. So that's an interesting little feature. There's more of integration and connection between now the iOS 8, so iPad and iPhone, with Apple TV, with your Mac. These devices will now talk a lot more together via your Wi-Fi connection. So there's a lot of interesting features that will be added with this, and you can actually pick up and connect with a phone call, for example, from your Mac computer without having to actually get your iPhone. That's pretty cool. That's another feature that's added now. So now you can use your MacBook, and if you get an incoming call, your phone's far away, your MacBook will say, oh, there's an incoming call on your iPhone. And you can actually answer right there, and it's going to use the microphone of your Mac, and everything's going to work. And apparently it works really well. So, all sorts of little things that are going to be added here. And so we are continuing the upgrade to iOS 8. So this is pretty much the end of part 2. I'm not going to annoy you with the, I don't know how long it's going to take to actually upgrade. And so this is part 2. We'll have part 3 that's going to take a peek at the iOS 8 and give you a full review of iOS 8, what I think, how well it works on at least an iPhone 5, and should you upgrade or not. So that's going to be part 3. So this is a three-part series basically on iOS 8. So hope to see you on part 3 if you are interested in upgrading either your iPad, your iPhone, or your 5th generation iPod Touch.